first came to the US, they were in 2018.
My dad is like the cuddly person, and my mom's always like, get out, get away from me. Don't.
I'm in Beijing when you were there.
No, we were all in Beijing.
If you need a moment also,
Yeah.
like, we can take a moment, like we don't have to just do this all in one shot.
Yeah.
That's actually like a thought that went through your head at the point, like
Franticness, you should see my text messages. I was just texting literally everyone in my contact, like, what do I do? My father has been able to meet with his lawyers approximately twice now. So we know a little bit about how he is doing, but obviously, like, we want to ask so many more questions. We want to see him. We're really concerned about his medication and his health. He has pretty severe type 2 diabetes, and the detention center initially didn't even give him any medication. Ultimately have now started to give him a very generic medication, but won't allow the family members to bring the doctor prescribed medication for him. All three of us, his children, are American citizens. We naturally have advocated for our government to raise his case. We know that ultimately that this is not just a US-China relations issue. This is a religious freedom issue, and it's not even a China domestic issue either. It is about universal human rights. It is about religious freedom. It is about just human basic dignity, and that the Chinese government wants to control everything about everyone, including what is so intimate, like your own beliefs. Him as being a leader in the church, you realize quickly that there are so many things that you're not allowed to do, just daily things like what kind of sermons you can preach. Apparently, like, you're not allowed to preach about the second coming of Christ because China is already a utopia. So why would you need a second coming of Christ, for example? Like, how many people are baptized? What do you do with the tithing money? Like, how many small groups you can host? All of these things that we in America think are like very normal, small church, like church decisions. In China, they are considered that they're considered in the power of the Chinese Communist Party leadership. So since going back to China in around like 2007, my father started Zion Church to be an independent church away from being controlled by the Chinese Communist Party like this. And again, I think he just wanted to emphasize that Christ is the center of our church. It's not that we had like we were against the government. We just wanted to have our own like decision-making power for like simple things as like how many people can attend and things like that. When the crackdown happened in 2018, initially the church had asked my dad and the whole family to come abroad briefly to both potentially give the government also some time to de-escalate. Like, they were wondering if maybe if the pastor wasn't there, then the pressure would also be off for the church, etc. But that ultimately did not happen. But my dad decided to go back to China to be with the church. And since then, my dad has been under a travel ban in China, so he was not able to meet the families for the last 7 years, and like my brothers again had to grow up almost half their lives without seeing their father, and very much in that period of boyhood where you needed a male role model. My father was not able to be there because the Chinese government would not allow him to leave China.